Hey, welcome everybody, welcome back to Recon Wildlands. So this video is going to be a tip video, just one tip I'm going to throw out there and try to explain it as much as I can, best I can, whatever. And this is what I see, well, lack of, which means I don't see it at all, which is kind of weird to me. Maybe I'm the only one that does it out of a few people. Whatever, maybe I'm not the only one that does it, but out of the people that I do watch play this and the little bit that I've seen, they don't do it at all. Like, it's kind of weird to me why they don't do it. But anyways, this is what it is, and I play on the Xbox One, so it's right bumper. Right bumper switches your camera from right shoulder to left shoulder. Now, why is this a big thing, you may ask? Is it a big thing? Is it going to keep you alive in situations? Maybe. It's kind of like the same thing you see in Rainbow Six Siege. In Rainbow Six Siege, what is it? You click the left stick or right stick or whatever, or something. I forget. I haven't played that game in a while. I always forget the controls after not playing that game. But you click something and you lean left and then you lean right, based on whatever stick you click or something like that. And it's kind of like that, but in this game you don't lean. It's the same exact thing, but the camera angle is different and you don't lean. So it's kind of the same, but it's not. Now, I'm going to try to explain this as best I can. Like, best I can, okay? So, if you were to imagine yourself squared up against the wall, okay? And it's the same thing if you were not squared up against the wall, but if there was a wall, let's say on your, okay, let's start with the squared up against the wall. If you're squared up against the wall, which means your face is facing the wall, your chest is facing the wall, your toes are facing the wall, you're squared up against the wall, okay? And then you can imagine an opening on the right side and an opening on the left side, okay? If you take a step right side and you are looking on your shoulder with the camera on your left side, your right side is sticking out of the wall way before your left side will ever pop out of the wall. Like, your whole right side will be out in the open for anyone to shoot at way before anyone on the left side will ever see your shoulder. So, if I had a gun in my hand, okay, a rifle, and I was on my left shoulder and I was peeking, my whole right side of my body will peek, come out of the shoulder or come out of the wall before my left side with the gun. So if the gun was the camera and the gun moves with the camera, if I'm going right, the camera should also follow that direction. So that's when the RB comes in handy. A lot of people are right-handed, so they're going to peek in this, or not really a peek, but they're going to expose themselves, whatever, or the right side is going to be the best side for them to exit a wall because they're right-handed, and that's the default side that players are already in when they start the game. So most likely they're going to be exiting, like like if I never clicked the right bumper, right, I'm already set up default looking over my right side. So most people that don't ever do this, either A, doesn't know it's a thing, or B, they just don't do it because they don't like it. They're probably going to set it right side. So the right side is always going to be the strong side. But if they walk to their left side, that means the same thing that I said with the right step. Their whole left side of their body is exposed before the gun even pops out into view. You know, if I was the bad guy on the other side with dual Uzis about to spray the first person that pops around the corner, I'm going to see whatever side. I'm going to see your shoulder way before the gun. Okay? If the gun doesn't follow, then I have no threat. I'm going to see your shoulder and I'm going to go clink clink, and you're going to be on the ground. Of course, you're not playing against someone like me. You're playing someone that's not a person. You're playing against like an AI, you know. But to me, making your camera follow the same, like, that makes sense. Like, if I'm going right, I'm going to have my gun right. If I'm going left, I'm going to have my gun left. To me, that makes sense. Excuse me. It makes, now, it's the same thing if you were walking next to a wall, okay, and the wall's on your left shoulder, okay, your right shoulder is going to peek before your left shoulder, and the gun should also be on the right shoulder where you can see the wall, and like your field of view, whatever I can say that, your view is going to be more if the gun is in your right shoulder, okay? Now, if it's in the left shoulder, you're not going to see as much. You're going to see more away from the wall, everything on your left side, or everything on your right side, a little bit more, which is okay if that's the way that you're going. But if you're going inside the base, which most people are, that's where the mission is. If you're going inside the base and the wall is on your left, it's the same thing if you were squared up against the wall, but your angles and stuff are going to be different. Now, at the end of the wall, if you end up doing like a clockwork walk, which is like a tactical thing, then that's going to be more, I don't know, but that's the tip that I'm trying to throw out there. Make sure whatever way that you come off of the wall, if you're going left of a wall or right on a wall, make sure that the gun goes with the shoulder that's coming out, you know. And the same thing when you're going into a building. If there's a clear wall in front of you, like if you walk into a building, right, and there's a wall all the way down, and the only way to go into that room is the same thing on Rainbow Six Siege. If the only way to be into that room and hidden properly is on your right, you're not going to have to peek and check the corner on your left. If that makes sense. So you're probably going to want, let me think, doorway, I'm going to my right, and if I, maybe the left might work a little bit more, because yeah, I think having the camera, okay, if you're going right in a doorway, the gun might want to be on a left. I think that's the only time when it's different. Your left shoulder, because when you look down the doorway, okay, like if you looked at the doorway squared up, your first turn is right, but the first shoulder that peeks out is going to be left. So that's where the gun's going to be. So if I was there in the corner, right, with my Uzis, you better be peeking with the correct shoulder, right? So anyways, that's the video, guys. I hope you guys understood. I tried my best. That's the tip I can give you. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope your day was wonderful. I know mine was. But anyways, I will see you guys next time with more Rainbow Six Siege. Goodbye!